Ready. And racing first out wide was Hello It's Me to run to the lead. Coming forward with it though was Nipper a Spot. Getting into a bit of trouble there after the good start was Festive Flair. Into third position now as they come off the back and railing through is Nipper Eel to run to the lead over Hello It's Me. Further back there to Nipper a Spot and Gold Star Beckham, but up they come. Nipper Eel in. Nipper Eel will beat Hello It's Me. Third to go by Nipper a Spot in a rough affair. Gold Star Beckham out wide of Festive Flair. Further back on crossing Teepery to Wyatt, Gold Star Gizmo, and back on crossing also was Uncle Jock. From box 2, Homebush Banker. And racing Homebush Banker comes out pretty well there. Out wider on the track is Gold Star Phelps, Anna Dioran pushing up the inside. Nathan Baxter, Terra Jado. Getting around them too, no bias. Dropping towards the tail there. Timely reminder, Lucky Sunday. Nathan Baxter out the back. On the turn, Homebush Banker in front. Coming after it, Gold Star Phelps. Anna Dior down the outside. Homebush Banker will beat Anna Dior. Gold Star Phelps will be third. Line up for fourth. We had no bias. Timely reminder was there. As to would have been Lucky Sunday. Further back in the field there would have been Nathan Baxter, who got into trouble across the top, and back on crossing also was Terra Jado, if I didn't call it. Racing, she was only out okay, Fair Pippa, but she rallies the speed soon after. Sergio Destroyer heads her off. Thoracic now booting up the inside. Fair Pippa around the first bend. Wider out on the track is Opawa Janet getting around the outside. Thoracic back to fourth. Further back, Corborn Ridge. Opawa Plums now got back to third last. Second last, Corborn Brandy. Last of all, Gold Star Miley across the top, and Fair Pippa's got to the lead. Over Sergio Destroyer. Into third is Opawa Plum and starts to run. Further back, Thoracic, Corborn Ridge, Opawa Janet, and out wider, Corborn Brandy, but Fair Pippa's away. Fair Pippa will score easy. Opawa Plum up for second. Sergio Destroyer third. Next in Corborn Ridge, Thoracic together. Further back there would have been Gold Star Miley, Opawa Janet, and Corborn Brandy knocking up at the tail. And they're off. First out the inside was Kalonda to run to the lead out wider. Botany Vicky and showing speed around the outside. Homebush Tulip closer in Crazy Sunday. 2 or 3 back another Jamie. Gold Star Tupac well out of it. The favourite Corbornet side. Last of all Sea Spray Cracker on the turn. Botany Vicky's put 5 links on them. Storming home is Crazy Sunday. Botany Vicky will beat Crazy Sunday. Third to go by on the inside was Kalonda, and late on the scene was another Jamie and Homebush Tulip. And behind those then would have been Corbornet side. Back in the field Gold Star Tupac. And back in the field also was Homebush Tulip. And racing, first out from out wide in an even field was Speedy Blue Blood hunting up the inside. Opawaleen Meat. Wider out on the track then is Off the Team, Princely Money, and booting through on the inside, Tricky Action. Getting a chop now was Princely Money. Gold Star Bomber up ahead of that, and further back in the field is Wong Box. On the turn though, and in front still Speedy Blue Blood coming after it, Opawaleen Meat. Speedy Blue Blood will beat Opawaleen Meat. Tricky Action up for third. Next to go by Off the Team, Avalanche City. Then came Gold Star Bomber, Princely Money, and Wong Box back at the tail. Side. Racing, slow out Opawa Chevy at first to go. Out wider was Opawa Richie. Trendy Blake is railing up and copping a bit of a check soon after the start was Pipe Dream. Corborn Murph gets up ahead of that. Back to the inside is Trendy Blake. Now Pipe Dream makes up a bit of ground again. Out wider is Opawa Chevy. Trendy Blake second last, and last of all Rheingold. Off and gone Opawa Richie again out by 6 lengths from Corborn Murph. Opawa Alex, Opawa Chevy gets round the outside but might be too late. Further back Pipe Dream. Trendy Blake, Kingston, and but Up they come, kicking on Opawa, Richie Opawa, Chevy, it'll miss by a length. Richie beats Chevy, third across Opawa, Alex to make it an Opawa trifecta. Followed across the line then by Pipe Dream, I think fourth, but it's a photo there with Trendy Blake. Lark Kingston, that lineup too. Back Rheingold and Corborn Murph never in it. Number 6, Opawa Timo. And racing Opawa Timo was out one of the last. First out in the centre, John Snow lives over Draxler, hunting up the inside. No Stollers, nice and handy. As to his Putico Bolt, he gets a nice trail around the first bend. Wider out on the track now, Draxler goes wide. As to Opawa Timo, who's back to equal last with Pianissimo. And at the back, Smoky Action across the top they come. John Snow lives out by 3 lengths now on Putico Bolt. No Stollers, nice and handy, and starts to run. Here comes Draxler. Then Opawa Val, further back Pianissimo, Opawa Timo and Smoky Action. Up they come, and John Snow lives all the way. John Snow lives will beat No Stoller. Draxler, Putico Bolt knocked up late, only fourth. Followed in then by Opawa Val. Further back Opawa Timo was terrible. Further back Pianissimo. And last in Smoky Action. Favourite for this is the 1, Sea Spray Elsa. Racing, she was out just out fair, Sea Spray Elsa. First out from towards the outside was Flaming Sambuca, hunting up Alex Rumble. Round the outside is Opawa Rocket, another charm in that group also. Further back to Storming Mac, copping a big check. Sea Spray Elsa back with Gordy Jr. and his nibs. Up they come, Flaming Sambuca. Flaming Sambuca will beat a photo. Alex Rumble and Opawa Rocket late on the scene. Storming Mac right behind them in fourth, followed across another charm, Gordy Jr. His nibs, and Sea Spray Elsa in trouble across the top at the beginning. Green lights on. Racing, Homebush Shane was last out. First out was Southern, missed out wide over Zircon. Epic Whopper pushes Paid. 2 back in the field, Must Desire. Superbad's off the track, is getting a check up ahead with Zircon. Well back is Opawa Crusade, Homebush Shane, and last of a wider weave. On the turn, and Epic Whopper's dropped to the lead. Here's win 5 at Forbury. Epic Whopper will beat Southern Mist. Must Desire up for third. Good go fourth there, but even Homebush Shane, who made up ground, was Superbad. Further back, Opawa Crusade, Zircon, and Ida Weave, the last one in. Favourite Southern Lights, $2.150. He jumps from box 7. Racing, Southern Lights out pretty well out wider. Shift the Blame turning it on early as to his Electric Concorder. Getting into a bit of trouble there soon after the start was Alan Hadrian. Getting nice and handy too as they get around the first bend. Shift the Blame takes the lead off, no hassle. Southern Lights third, but he finds the rails. Falling away, no neglect. Then came Hard Questions. Further back, No Style. Alan Hadrian, and last of all, Electric Concorder. Across the top they come, it's No Hassle. Frovis, Shift the Blame. Southern Lights gets to the outside and starts to run. On the turn, No Hassle. Southern Lights out on the outside. Southern Lights in for the John Mills. Southern Lights beats out Shift the Blame. Electric third across the line would have been No Hassle. Followed across then by No Style, Hard Questions. Further back on crossing would have been Electric Concord. Alan Hadrian was back amongst the tail enders. Already, Roger on the run. Racing Birdie T stood there and missed it. First out was No Knowing over Seeking Baxter, turning it on round the outside. Homebush Scribe, Birdie T trying to find the rails. Further back in the field is Fiery Fajan, Magic Mike, Corborn Craig, and last of all Terramondo on the turn. In front is Seeking Baxter, Homebush Scribe out wider. Corborn Craig getting home. Homebush Scribe will beat Corborn Craig. Seeking Baxter and Birdie T flying home late. Followed across then by No Knowing. Out wider Terramondo. Further back Magic Mike and Fiery Fajan last in. Ready to go. Racing, first out from the centre was Puma Pants. Homebush Rufus out fast too. Up the inside is another Fortuna. Pushing right between the wheelchair norm. Looks a big danger, big trouble there. Another Fortuna and Puma Pants both checked out of the race. Getting ahead of them, Harkin and Bale and Mr. Marine on the turner. Homebush Rufus, but there goes Wheelchair Norm up the rail. Wheelchair Norm's in. He'll beat out Homebush Rufus, Harkin and Bale. They were followed in then by Homebush Kelso. Next to arrive Mr. Marine, further back Puma Pants. They got in trouble across the top of a par with Binge, who was never in it. And another Fortune who caused all the problems. He'll be last. And racing, first out was My Hokie 2, run to the lead out wider, Onesie, Half Silver Fern, Apollo King the inside. Wider out is Corborn Sandy, right between them Deborah Bay, 2 at the tail was Sparkling Terror, Royal Action. Up to the home turn is a charge and going around the outside, Half Silver Fern. Coming after it, Corborn Sandy, down the outside, Deborah Bay. Corborn Sandy will knock off Half Silver Fern and Deborah Bay up for third. Next to go by Onesie, My Hokie, and out wider Apollo King. Further back Royal Action and Sparkling Terror. Last one to Kiss Roger.